recording. Okay, so here we go. Test is starting and start test. All right, of course, that's pretty much a zero has been placed. We have to go through that. I don't think we have to. A golf ball is to select them at random from a golf bag. If the bag contains 5 yellow balls, 6 red balls, and 13 black balls, why would you use a black golf ball? Anyway, I guess the same reason you wouldn't use a green golf ball. Find the probability of the following event. I can't use black golf balls because my golf balls end up in the trees and you can't see good in the trees, so I couldn't use black golf balls. The golf ball is yellow or. What does or mean? That means it's what? Adding. So what is the probability of a yellow golf ball? 5 out of what? Well, you got to have a total first. What's 13? That's 19, 24. Is it 24? Yeah. So 24 is going to be your handy dandy denominator. There's nothing overlapping, so you don't have to worry about overlapping because it's. So what is the probability of a yellow? 5. And what is the probability of a red? 6. So that's going to be 11 over 24. Now, it's very important that you read the directions because the directions will tell you what to put the answer in. What does it say? Rounded 3 decimal places. Does that mean a fraction? No. If the directions are clear and to the point, don't ask for credit. Okay? So go ahead and get your calculators out and go ahead and calculate it. I don't know why y'all are sitting around like. Well, remember what I told y'all? If y'all don't want to be in this class, what? Don't come. I had enough of that one character that sat on the front row over the other side of the window that didn't bring a notebook, didn't bring a pencil, didn't bring anything, just was a deadhead. If you're going to be a deadhead, don't come. Oh. So what's 11 over 24? 0.458. 0.458. And next one. Fill in the blank. In probability, a blank is a process that can be repeated in which the results are uncertain. A blank is a process that can be repeated. What can be repeated over and over and over? Experiment. That's what I would say. Now, can you get some of these wrong? Yeah. Some of these Philadelphia lawyer questions, I don't like these questions. Sometimes they just pop up. I don't have any control over that. Determine the following statement is true or false. Probability is a measure of the likelihood of a random phenomenon or chance behavior. True or false? True. I would say true. Its Hubertism definition is a little bit different. If you have incomplete assignments, zeros, do what to your grade? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, whatever. What is the probability of an event? There's that question I told you about. What is the probability of an event that is impossible? Well, I don't like to say impossible, but you're talking about 0, right? Suppose that a probability is approximated to be 0 based on the empirical results. Does that mean the event is impossible? What did I tell you to remember on that one? Birth control. Remember? I didn't tell y'all about birth control? Okay. Always remember birth control when you get to this question. Because birth control is not what? 100%. Even though it claims 99 point whatever percent. Some of you may know somebody that was a product of birth control. Okay? So 0 is supposed to be your answer, but does that mean it's impossible? No. All right? So that should be the answer there. I don't know why they asked for that. That's stupid. What they should say is this right here. Suppose that a probability is approximated to be 0. Does that mean it's impossible? That's the good part of the question. I don't know why they put that 0 in there. That's just... You suspect a 6-sided die to be loaded and conduct a probability experiment by rolling the die 400 times. The outcome is the experience that is listed in the following table. Do you think the die is loaded? So let me blow it up for you. Well, I can't blow it up. Why can't I blow it up? You usually can blow it up. Oh, well. Well, let's see. What is the probability of each? 0.16, right? So you would have to actually, I can already tell it's loaded. Why? Because it's landing on what? 2 and 6. So I would say it's loaded. Because even if the empirical rule, the theoretical, if the physical does not catch up with it shouldn't be one-sided. In other words, if you throw a dice, you should land around that 0.16. It should be 0.2 or 0.1, but it's not going to be like 0.78. And if you somebody take 109 and divide it by 400, that's about 0.25, isn't it? Well, that's a little bit more. And so, what is it? 0.27. And 101 is going to be kind of the same way. So 0.27, and I would say yes. Which one am I explaining? A or B? Let's see. Under the assumption equally outcomes, I would say B. Next. They're supposed to actually, I don't know if I must be getting the test with all the wordy problems. In a certain lottery, an urn contains a number of balls from 1 to 32. From the 5 balls, okay, there we go. There's the key question. A $1 what? Bet. That means you got to put 1 in the numerator. So do this problem. So, lottery, combination or permutation?
Combination.
Combination, thank you for the interaction. 1 over, what's it going to be, 32?
Yeah.
Combination, what? 5. And of course, let's read the directions. Round to the nearest what? 100. So that means it's not a fraction. Somebody tell me, give me nearest hundredth would be the 2 decimal places. What's it come out to be? Okay, it shouldn't take 5 minutes to do this problem.
It's a tiny, tiny number.
Okay, you okay, read scientific notation. Is that what it is?
It's 0.6 zeros and 4 9.
Okay, it's 0, 0. That's what you're telling me. Is that what you're telling me? 0.00?
Yeah.
It says use scientific notation, so we put.
Oh, it does say use scientific notation. I didn't see that. Thank you. Use the multiplied round to the nearest hundred. So it's point. So what will it be? Give me 3, it's gonna be 1 point, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be 2 digits, what?
4.97.
4.97 times 10 to the what?
-6.
-6.
Okay.
Makes it 6 zeros.
4.97 shift 8, 10 to the, what'd you say?
-6.
Okay, now let's go over this because somebody's going to screw it up. You don't put in the X for times. What do you put in? Shift 8. Shift 8. Shift 8. I've said it 3 times. Somebody will screw it up. And I'm not going to give you credit for it because it says use the, well, you don't, it says use it down here, somewhere down here. Or use the multiplication symbol down here, and that's the shift 8. And then if you want to go up into the exponent, you hit shift and the up key. The arrow that points up, shift up. Save you a little bit of time. Anybody want to bet me? Somebody will screw that up.
You're taking the bigger odds on that one.
Yeah.
Better pay that.
Good job. Good job. When does the homework terminate? Oh no. Although covered in the handouts, best way to contact Hubert? Carrier pigeon. 2010, the only one that equals what? Good gracious, not supposed to do this. When is the week of finals? You're supposed to be offended. No, I didn't use Judgment Day on this one. A golf ball is selected at random from a golf. Again, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to redo this test because this is being too easy. All right, first of all, what do you need to do? You need to find the total. 6 and 10 plus 8 is 18. I'm sorry, 24. And what does it say? Probability that the golf ball is not a type A. What did I tell you not meant? Starts with a C. O, M, P, L, I. Compliment. Thank you. Although I only heard compliment. Okay. Complement. So what is the complement of, which one's A? What's the complement of 6 over 24? 18 over 24, Hubert. Yes, that's right, class. Y'all suck.
I was having a brain fart. That was a lot.
What's 18 over 24 reduced down to? Not decimals. Oh, it says, okay, 3 decimal places.
3/4.
What?
3/4.
0.75? Next. When should a student do something when you're out for a long time? Supposed to wait till after grade turn in. That's when you're supposed to tell the teacher that you went on a cruise. What kind of correlation is this? I don't know if they're going to ask you for it. Let's see. They want to know. Okay, it's a positive correlation, right? Okay, so y'all read the answers and tell me which one it is. I ain't got time to read it. Which one is it? I'm going to say the 2 variables has a positive association. And which one?
D.
Which one?
D.
D? Thank you. Man, that's a good question there. Will the following variables have a positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation? Weight of a car and fuel consumption. Negative. We talked about that. We talked about that in class. It goes like this. Okay? So somebody will get it wrong. 0. Good God, y'all bunch of sick people. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? That is the question that Mr. Deadhead over here asked. He said, I thought you replaced the lowest test with your final exam. And he had 4 of these questions. Boy, he was a deadhead. Okay, let's do this one. It says draw a scatter diagram. Okay, and I don't know what they're asking there, but okay, find R, do that on your calculator, and graph it. Okay, why has it got two sets of graphs? Oh, they want you to do the trend line. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm used to doing it all together. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna blow it up for you so everybody can see them, and then you can put them in your calculator as soon as it comes up.
Click it there.
So let's blow it up to where y'all can see it. There you go. Punch it in your calculator, draw a trend line. Well, you won't be able to draw, well, you can draw a trend line after you know what the y is equal to mx plus b. You can type that back into the graph and graph it on top of your box plot, your chart plot, and you can see where the line goes. The good thing about Excel is it does it all at one time. So I'm going to highlight, and that way you can match it up with yours. I'll do it on the calculator, just in case there's somebody that needs it. Insert chart plot. And I'm going to draw a trend line. Add trend line. And R. Okay, for some reason.
Grab a corner and drag it.
There we go. Whatever. It's not going to let me do it though. That would be too simple, I guess. It won't let me drag it.
I just need to write a little post.
Damn Nigerians. Okay, I'm not touching it. I'm gonna let y'all write that down. And find the square root of 0.88. What's the square root of 0.88?
0.938.
All right, write that down, 0.94. Make sure you can do that on the Excel spreadsheet or the calculator, because I ain't gonna go through the math. Because you gotta find the distance between each one of these points, and you gotta take the square root, and it's just a pain. All right, now I'm going to go to the handy dandy calculator. Let's go to the handy dandy calculator and pull it up. Can't believe I have to do this every single time. 2050, that's what I'm hoping for. All right, so I hate using a calculator. Take it over here and let's go to math or stat, edit, and then we're going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
No 4.
No 4.
1, 2, 3, 5.
And go over here and 5.1, 5.7, 5.2, 2.9, 2, and 2.4. Now, go to Stat, Calculate, and type in what? Linear what? Regression. And go to second L1, comma, second L2, Now, most of the time, the computer or the calculator is defaulted to L1 and L2, but I type it in because sometimes when it's not defaulted, it'll say syntax error, and then you have to go through all that, so I just do it every single time. Okay, write that down. Of course, that's what this is right here, but you got to plug it in. Y is equal to mx plus b. M is equal to negative 0.715. 715 is close enough for government work, but you got to read the directions and see what they say round it to. And the y-intercept is what? 6.6. Okay, now what did I tell you to turn on when you didn't have the R factor? What did I tell you? You have to go to, what is it, catalog? What did I tell you to turn on? Diagnostic? Thank you. So go to diagnostic and turn it on, hit enter. And once you turn it on, it should do it all the time, but the way that these T-Rexes have got this thing set up, shut up here. Go back to stat, calculate linear regression, L1, L2, and enter. There you go. And I think you got 0.94 a while ago, didn't you? So now what do you do? Well, you go back, go to stat, and let's look at it. Stat, and I'm sorry, go to second, y equals. Turn on number 1, call it a chart plot, L1, L2, and hit graph. That's what it looks like. Now, of course, it doesn't look very good because it's so cluttered, so you hit zoom and go down to stat. There you go. Now go to y is equal and type in what? Negative 0.7146, 0.7146x plus what? 6.6226, 6.6226. And dang old graph, and look at there, isn't it a miracle? Now you need to match that up with all the things they got on the question. So you know it's splitting the first 3, it's almost hitting the 4th and the 5th, and the 6th is below it. So remember that, okay? You also got it right here if you need it. Can you believe there are teachers that teach probability and statistics and don't teach you how to do this? Can you believe that?
I believe it. I had it last semester.
So that's like teaching you how to drive an automatic all through school and then give you what on the test? A stick shift. Yeah. You got to be able to do both. Now, the only reason I didn't do the math behind the regression line is because it's too tedious and it'd take forever and half of you would screw it up. Okay? It's just very tedious. You got to find the distance between here and here and boop. And then you find the distance between here and here and boop. And then you find the distance between here and here. And it's just a pain. So y'all think it was aggravating doing standard deviation by hand? This is 10 times worse than standard deviation. So that's why I don't even do it. Capiche? So let's go back to the handy dandy question. I hope y'all can remember and write it down. Handy dandy question is right in here somewhere. I know it's a negative, so it could be this one or this one.
It's D and A.
It's what?
D and A.
Thank you, sir. And you got to punch in, okay, this appears to be a negative, a linear negative. And what was the, it says round to what? 3 decimal places. So what is it? Negative what?
0.715.
Thank you. 0.715. And then 6 point what?
62.
It says it's around 3 decimal places, doesn't it? 6 point what?
62.
What? 3. Okay, and then which one is it? Looks like that one.
It's A.
Say? Yeah, you said it was A. Thank you. All right, next question. That's a good question. Maybe I should change all the questions to this question. A linear correlation between two variables is negative. What can be said about the slope of the regression line? Remember what I told you about the slope and the correlation. It's always what? The same. Okay? And of course, that's A. And that would be overall grade. If you miss a question, you call me 5 or 6 times and have a temper tantrum, right? No, you wait till after grade turning. That's even better. 2 weeks after grade turning. A lottery exists where balls numbered 1 through 17 are placed to win. So that's going to be 1. Somebody do 1, 17 combination 4. 1 over 7 combination 4. Now, what does this thing say about writing it? What does that mean? So this one is open. Let's see let's make a note. What number is this? 25? Let's check number 25 and see what they want after they grade it. So y'all can write it down and do it correctly on your test. I have no idea. I would say, since it says simplified, I would say a fraction, wouldn't y'all?
Well, it's still a scientific notation.
Yeah. So,
Wouldn't it be a permutation since it's correct order?
where does it say correct order?
To win, you must match the 4 balls chosen in the correct order.
Oh my God. Thank you. It would be a permutation. This is a stupid question because they never ask for permutations. Okay, go ahead. It's supposed to be putting a board or a horse question in here. It's not supposed to do the lottery. Sorry, thank you. So it'd be 17 permutation 4. And I have no idea what they want as an answer, so we're just going to do it with scientific notation. What is it?
1.75.
1.75 times
E to the 5th. Negative
10 to the what?
Negative 5th.
Okay, now I want y'all to mark number 25 because we need to see. Chances are I got it wrong because simplify your answers, really detailed directions. Next. Extra credit because he hates me, right? Because he wants me to fail and live in the ditch. That's the way I like it. Down by the river. All right. Use the given table. This is the most missed question on my test. Okay. Why is it most missed? Because people don't what?
Like fractions.
No.
Don't do it.
They don't think. All right. What does probability always have to equal? 1. Okay. So let's look. Use the given table, find out which one is not. Does it say which one is not or which one is a good?
It is consistent.
Okay, consistent with the probability model. Okay, because sometimes they make things Philadelphia lawyer, and I can't understand Philadelphia lawyer talk. So, I was going to blow it up, but it won't let me blow it up. So, is A good probability model?
Yes.
Yes. So, we're going to take our handy-dandy green marker, and we're going to check A, and then y'all can figure out what the directions say. All right, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Yes. C, 1/7, 1/7, 5/14, and 5/14. I can't do this problem because it's got fractions and I don't know how to do it. No, you change this to 2 over 14, and you change this to 2 over 14. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is what? 9. 9 plus 5 is what?
14.
It's a miracle. 1/4, 1/4. No. Why is this one not? Because you can't have a negative what? Probability. Even if it is part of the whole, you can't have a negative probability. Probability is only 0 to 1. 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5. No. Doesn't equal what? 1. Okay. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. All right, now if you read the question, is consistent. Okay, is consistent. You got to watch it because sometimes the algorithmically generator will throw is not consistent. So please don't fall for that. And that's going to be A, B, C, all right? A, B, C. It's probably going to mark me wrong because I didn't use capital letters. What?
And F.
It will?
No, F.
Oh, an F, sorry. Thought you said it does. I'm sorry, I took my drugs this morning. All right. If you take several forms, how is it counted? He takes the highest one, right? He averages, right? Where does it takes the highest one? There it is. And what's this one? Oh my God. Well, it's not A through Z, but it's close. Players in sports are said to have hot streaks and cold streaks. For example, a batter in baseball might be considered in a slump or a cold streak if that player has made 10 out of 10 consecutive bats. Suppose a hitter successfully reaches base 39% of the time he comes to bat. Well, if he comes at 39%, when is he not successful?
61.
Write that down because that's probability of S is equal to 39. Therefore, the probability of S with a bar on it, which means S with an X in it, is what'd you say, 6-1? Complete parts A through C. Find the probability that hitter makes 10 out of 10 consecutive at-bats, assuming at-bats are independent of hits. The hitter makes 61%. All right, so this is kind of a confusing question, but what you're going to do, it says assuming independent. What does independent mean? No sneezing. What does independent mean? Marble bag, what does independent mean? Huh? That means with replacement. Okay? That means that you're going to use the exponent. All right? So whatever your probability is, you're going to multiply it by itself 3 times. Or what does it say here? 10 times. So do that.
So wouldn't that should be 0.61?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay, I was.
Yeah, whatever. So round to 5 decimal places. What is that?
0.0071.
0.00713.
713.
Are cold streaks unusual? The probability of a cold streak is going to be probably less than what? 0.05. So cold streaks are unusual. Okay, that's what I would say. So let's see. Yeah, because it's less. This is not even a penny. It's like 0.01 cent. So I'm according to this. Okay. In repeated sets of 10 consecutive at-bats, the hitter is expected to make an out in all 10 bats about what?
390.
Huh? So that'd be, well, it says out of 1,000. Well,
Seven.
Be 7 because you're going to move it 3 places to the right, so that'd be 7. This is not my favorite. This is not my favorite. First of all, I always pick I don't know why that's because it's algorithmically generated, because it's the same question as the horses, and it's the same question as the roulette table, and the same question as the, well, there's another question I said with the horses. Which one is it? The horses, oh well. And evidently he just throws it in there because it's algorithmically generated. And the last one, when is the last day of the semester? So that's when y'all come to class for the last time. Do you go to your Wednesday class on the 24th? No. That's why it's called what? The last day of class. Okay, let's see what we did. Now most of your errors are going to be probably to what? rounding. Which one was the one that we wanted to look at? Look at there. Golly, what a surprise. We got it wrong. I knew we'd get that one wrong. Because the 57 out of what? Or 57. Okay, they didn't even ask you to put it in fraction form. Somebody do 17 permutation of what? 4. And see if you get that. 57, because they just want the denominator, which is not consistent with this question because they're asking you to what? To win. So you're buying a ticket. So this question makes me mad. So do you get 57, 120? Okay, I would be very lenient on that. But now that you know what they're asking for, you need to write this question down and you need to put permutation, lottery, just wants denominator. Because the question sucks. Okay? So yes, you're welcome on that one. Good God, y'all are a sick bunch of people. Y'all need to drink more orange juice. All right. Weight of cars and fuel consumption. That's wrong. It says positive? No, that's not right. Weight of a car is the weight of the car goes up. What does the gas mileage do? Okay, I have no idea. Let's see. Will the following variables have a positive correlation? Weight of a car and its fuel consumption. That's not.
Is it the order that they're listed, or they're looking for, because it's dependent versus independent variable?
Yeah, but they don't give you that information. So.
But if the car is heavier, isn't it going to consume more fuel?
Yes.
So they're both going
The
up.
gas mileage. I'm sorry. The fuel consumption goes up. Okay. All right, there you go. What did I tell you was what is the worst thing about probability? It's not the math, it's what? Reading the damn question. And who sucks at reading questions, men or women?
Man.
Okay. So there, I just did fuel consumption. Thank you, whoever said that. Who said that? The gas mileage. Okay, a woman, of course, because women read directions. That's my fault. I did that one wrong. I was going off of gas mileage, not fuel consumption. Fuel consumption would go up as the guys know what I'm talking about, all right? Because they probably did the same thing. All right, my fault on that one. I call that one. That's my fault. Next one. Oh, that was that one. 13? What is 13? What's wrong with 13? Okay, somebody figure out what's wrong with that one. What did I put?
Well, I think
You put 18 over 24, but where'd you get the 24 from?
I added all of them up. I thought I did.
That's
no,
18.
six was.
Okay. All right. Y'all suck. Okay. So I made, a 90? I made a 90, but 2 of them, okay, y'all see what I messed up, okay? All right. I'm not perfect. Last time I walked on water, it didn't work out well. All right. I feel like I'm going through puberty. Okay. Y'all get out of here. I already took the roll. Y'all know what to do now. You have one day.